30 lap sprint car feature, round 7 World Series sprint cars coming our way here at the Winds Newcastle Motordrome. 16 cars on the dummy grid as we get ready to start. Gentlemen, start your engines. Cars being pushed away. 30 laps the journey. Round 7 to lead them away. Max Dumsney. Cars now lining up behind our pace car here at the Newcastle Motordrome. They're coming off the front line. Max Dumsney, Steve Kinser. Second line, Brooke Tatnell, Gary Brazier. Third line, Peter Craft, Skip Jackson. That is our top 6 as we get ready to roll. Sprint car action coming our way. 30 laps the journey. That's just a minute. Rockets the car around the outside of Max Dumsney. Now Dumsney fights back on the inside. Wheel-to-wheel, wing-to-wing action. We've got a pile up back in the pack. It has happened. Everything has let loose in the back of the pack. That is Peter Craft into the wall along with the number 4 car on Trevor Green.
Peter Craft was originally in trouble. He just got untidy out of turn 2, and with all those cars coming at him hard and strong, no one was going to give way. And Peter Craft, who got the wobbles out of turn 2, was in trouble, and he has stacked up Trevor Green onto the concrete wall. I'm not sure whether both cars will be able to resume. Only push cars moving into place, so perhaps both cars will be able to rejoin the race.
Neither of the front 2 cars ready to concede an inch. And of course this race is going to be run very, very hard from the front. With Dumsney in the number 5 car, Steve Kinser in the number 11 car, Brooke Tatnell, Gary Brazier, Skip Jackson. Those guys will run hard right from the word go. Now the reserve of Ivan Walker has come out on the racetrack. We're just waiting for that other car to be restarted down the back straightaway. This time round, 30 laps of the journey, complete restart under starter's orders. Out of turn 2 in front of Max Dumsney. Dumsney runs down the back straightaway. Brooke Tatnell's third. Oh, a moment for Gary Brazier. Skip Jackson next to Trevor Green. John Shaw also back on that leading line, getting to the tail also. Down the back straight away, one more time. It is all Steve Kinser and the number 11 O'Brien aluminium car really starting to set sail for home now. With 2 down and 28 to run for Kinser. An electric performance. Look at him shooting that car off the turn 2 down the back straight away. Max Dumsney running in second, Brooke Tatnell third, Gary Brazier fourth, Skip Jackson fifth. This is where the action is, right at the front of the pack though. It's all Steve Kinser out in front, running hard, running very, very strong. Open up the 10-car length gap now over Max Dumsney, and the length of the straightaway gap back to Brooke Tatnell, Gary Brazier, Skip Jackson, and also Joe Gurney and Danny Smith. Danny Smith starting to move forward on the racetrack now as he runs in the top 10. And Danny Smith really starting to chase Joe Gurney in the number 5 car very, very hard. Very, very shortly, Brooke Tatnell, Gary Brazier and also Skip Jackson running back in 3rd, 4th and 5th are starting to put the pressure on each other, but down the back straight away it was all Steve Kinser, Max Dumsney, Brooke Tatnell running in 3rd.
And Steve Kinser has established a new break, but the interesting aspect of the car race is probably the challenge between Brazier and Tatnell. Now Brazier's just keeping it down very tight and low on the racetrack. Tatnell's drifting up about a car wide. And now Tatnell's got the message. He's keeping it down low on the racetrack. The track has certainly gone on. We've got a black top on our hands, which makes it a low-line racetrack, and it'll be very difficult to try and get a passing move on the outside. Kinser's up the traffic. I don't think he'll have much trouble getting through traffic, the experience that he's got. But Brazier's starting to drop off the pace a little, and Skip Jackson's getting closer to him. Now let's have a look at Kinser as he makes his way through traffic. He's already picked off a couple of cars. He's got 2 cars between himself and Max Dumsney. And I'd say that's a comfortable enough buffer for Kinser to be able to hang on from there. He'll come into main straight away. He'll have 20 laps of the racetrack to run, and he's really starting to put the power down. In fact, he's going around some of these cars on the outside. When Dumpsty is starting to lose ground on him rapidly as they go through traffic. Have a look at the skill of this man. He is just something sensational to watch.
Steve Kinser now really starting to work the outside of the racetrack very, very hard. That is not gaining in the other guy's favour because Steve Kinser is electric out in front. He's got nearly a length in the straightaway lead over Max Dunsey. This is awesome stuff from the king himself, the World of Outlaws king. Steve Kinser really getting Newcastle wide out. Not hesitating at all as they slip and slide, duck and dive all over the racetrack here. Wheel-to-wheel action at Newcastle Motordrome. Steve Kinser now through on the inside of Brett Loafman as he comes up and down and tackle the number 3 car off Will March. This is where it's all out. Lap flag out now to every car. Barry Lawrence out of the race. Down the back straight away, one more tight. Steve Kinser leads the race asunder. The field absolutely electric as they thunder around the Motordrome here this evening, with Max Dumpsey working his way through the lap traffic as well. Here comes Max now, up on the tail of Bob Blackmore, and Brooke Chapman, Gary Brazier and Skip Jackson right in amongst the lap traffic also.
It's just awesome, Steve Kinser, to watch him making his way through the traffic. He's just being able to pick up these slower cars without any trouble. He's getting some of them on the outside, he's getting some on the inside. Now in second place, Dumpsey. In third place is Tatnall. And here's Gary Brazier starting to work his way closer to Tatnall. He knows that he's got to keep Tatnall in his sights. And Gary Brazier doesn't want to let Tatnall get too far ahead of him. Tatnall in the yellow 8 car and Brazier in the white 21 car. And Brazier is starting to lose a little bit of touch with Tatnall. So the top 3 starting to cement themselves with Brazier, Jackson, Joe Gurdy, Danny Smith not being able to get any closer. They're stuck in traffic. And Tatnall's having his hands full getting through traffic as well. He realises that Ivan Walker just ahead of him is not coming back to him quickly enough. He can't pick him up quickly. And Brazier's got past Darryl Hodges now. That was hampering him. So Brazier will get Brooke Tatnall right in his sights, and the battle will be on for third place behind race leaders Kinser and Dumpsey.
That's where the action is now. Steve Kinser onto the inside of Trevor Green. Runs the car. He's driving his car inside, outside, down low, up high. An electric performance out of the number 11 O'Brien aluminium car of Steve Kinser now as he moves his way through on the lap traffic. This is an awesome race being run by the king himself, Steve Kinser. Max Dumpsey now wants to the high line of the racetrack as he shoots the car around the outside of Bob Blackmore also. Brooke Tatnall and Gary Brazier and Skip Jackson still in close racing contact. These 3 really going at one another, their terminal speed all in the same area because they can't move up on one another. They are so evenly matched. Brooke Tatnall, Gary Brazier and Skip Jackson down the back straight away now as we've got 24 down and 6 left to run. Our race leader, Steve Kinser now through turn 3 on the inside of the action as Gary Brazier slips through on the inside of Brooke Tatnall down the back straight away. That puts Gary Brazier up into third spot over Brooke Tatnall and also Skip Jackson.
So we head into the last laps of this race. What a fantastic race. Gary Brazier has come from the clouds and he has grabbed hold of Brooke Tatnall and got third place. But our race leader, Steve Kinser, it's an absolute pleasure to watch, champions, as Steve Kinser makes his way through the traffic. Give our credit to Max Dumpsey. He's tried very, very hard, but he's losing ground on the champ. Dumpsey's about half a lap behind. Third place was being held by Brazier, 4th is Tatnall, 5th is Skip Jackson, 6th is the other American Joe Gurdy, 7th is Danny Smith, and here's Kinser moving up to Danny Smith. Wowee! Steve Kinser, is he going to lap the fellow American and the current World Series leader, Danny Smith? He's going to be lapped by the king of wings, Steve Kinser. 1 lap to go, 1 lap from victory in this fantastic Wings World Series Sprint Car feature here at the Motordrome. It's all over. He is a champ. He is a superstar. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Steve Kinser. Fantastic race. Second place is going to go to Max Dumsney from Victoria. Great drive by him. Third place goes to Gary Brazier. Fourth will be Brooke Tackle. Fifth is Skip Jackson. Sixth is the American Joe Gertie. Seventh is Danny Smith. Eighth would be John Shaw. Ninth would be the South Australian Trevor Green. And the rest of the field making their way through. Probably Phil March up in 10th place. So let's, without wasting any more time, head straight on down to Jim in the presentation area.
Thanks very much, Ross. Joining me up here for the trophy presentation, Tony from Wins and also John Hughes from World Series Sprint Cars. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. A great drive up into third place here this evening, Gary Brazier.
Congratulations, Gary. First World Series race for this year for you, and a fine drive into third place. Congratulations. Hope to see more of it.
Yeah, thanks, John. Yeah, it's great to be back. We've had a year off a race, and we tried to regroup, and I think everything's coming together. Now we've just got to get the driver back in. But you know, a few more laps there, and I think I might have been able to catch up to Max. But you know, Brooke done a hell of a job. You know, the whole race, and he just slipped up one mistake, and I got behind. But congratulations to Max. You know, and King done it again, but I reckon I'm going to get one of him.
Okay, Gary Brazier running up into third. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Great drive up into second. The Victorian Volvo car of Max Dumsney.
Well, Max, earlier tonight we discussed coming first or second for you, and second it was tonight, but a fine drive and a great first lap there. And really entertaining for the fans, and you really did yourself proud, and congratulations on this second place.
Steve Kinzer.
Steve, congratulations. I think you've built a reputation in your sprint car racing career that probably will never be equalled, and certainly it's unique, I think, in the history of sprint car racing. As the greatest driver ever, and I think we've seen tonight here why that is so. You've come up against the best field probably you could assemble in Australia, and lapped half of them, and I think that's an excellent drive, and it's been great entertainment for everybody here. It's been great to have you run in the series. Haven't done so for quite a few years, and we hope to have you back again later. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, John. I tell you, I was wanting to get and run your series. I'm glad to get here and run it. You got a real professional series, and you know, we need series like that just everywhere. And again, I want to thank O'Brien Aluminium and Goodyear Tires, and I guess of course my sponsor Quaker State back home, which don't market over here, but especially Ronnie O'Brien, that helps not just me but all these racers around here in a lot of different categories, not just the sprint cars but everybody. And him and his family are super nice people. I've got to meet them a lot, and I just want to thank them a lot, and just enjoy coming over here and racing, and it keeps me sharp for next year. And we had our car really good tonight. I want to thank my brother Randy, who built me a good motor to come over here. The thing's got a lot of torque, runs really good. It makes the chassis work well, and Pete and Chris, they're both done a good job on the car, and it's just been fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together one more time. The King, Max Dumsney, and also Gary Brazier. On behalf of World Series Sprint Cars, I'd like to thank you very much for having us here at Newcastle this evening.